Okay, could we please have your name, where you're from, and your profession, please?
My name is Elizabeth Burks. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, USA, and I'm an emergency physician.
Excellent. So, Elizabeth, this is the Huayqui skeleton found near the little town of Andahuaylas here in the highlands of Peru. And could we have your professional opinion on what you were looking at?
I feel that I am looking at a humanoid who was a hybrid of a non-humanoid, because this child has this very elongated skull, open fontanelle. The structure of the eyes, the orbits, and the facial features are compressed, and this seems to be a very young child, 1.5, 2, and has full dentition of an older child.
How old would you suggest the dentition would be?
Seeing that I'm not a dentist, but I would say that with the posterior teeth that have erupted, this child probably has dentition of an 8 to 10-year-old.
Oh, okay.
Those are molars.
Right.
Also, it has 2 sets of ribs less
Less
than
some.
a Homo sapiens sapiens. I think it has 12 or 10, and we have 12.
Well, correct.
It also looks like the rib cage is upside down.
It does look unusual, yes. With it being so compressed, it's hard, and I can't touch it, I can't tip it up, I can't move it around, but it does look unusually orientated.
So it is possible that the internal organs are not in the same position as a Homo sapiens sapien?
Correct.
Does it look manufactured in any way? Does it look put together
No,
or assembled?
This looks authentic to me.
Intact?
Yes, intact. It has not been manipulated.
Yeah, because some people have suggested that it's made up of different body parts from different beings, but I've held it in my hands and it is one being.
Now, my comments in seeing this is the skull and the face are very, very small. You see this in video and photographs, it appears bigger, like it's an adult. It is not.
It's very small.
Very small, but those eye sockets, I don't have a better word for it, so I'm just going to say ginormous, right? I don't have in proportion to the nose and the mouth, the eye sockets are just, they dominate the entire face. And do you have a comment on that? On how that could be, if it was some kind of deformity, or that this was just the way that the DNA was instructing to grow up?
This was what this child was supposed to be.
Incredible.
Unfortunately, I can't get to the back. I can't see the spine. I can't see the, but the skull is out of proportion to the face, and the eye sockets are out of proportion to the face.
Now, next question. That skull had a brain in it.
Mm-hmm.
Completely out of proportion to a normal Homo sapiens sapien ratio and the capacity of the brain and the brain cavity.
Right.
You're looking at something here that appears to be maybe 2 to 3 times the size of Homo sapiens sapien. Is that what you see?
Times.
3
Probably
times?
3 times.
Wow, okay.
2.5, 3.
That's great.
Now, what do you make of the sutures?
Well, they're not closed. It's a very young child, but everything is not where you would expect it to be, and it's because of the shape. Mm-hmm. Okay, so you cannot compare this skull to a normal Homo sapiens skull. So the sutures are not where they would be on a normal Homo sapiens skull.
Okay, also the foramen magnum is not at the balance point. It's back about...
Yeah, see, but I can't get back there to really see.
Let me see if I can
If I could hold it and look at it, it would be different.
Right.
I can't.
Yeah, I've got reflections here, but oh yeah, you can see it. Okay. Okay. When you see something like this, you have to think of the birth. Does this look like a difficult birthing process and because of the size of the skull, or does that matter?
Well, there are a lot of cranial manipulations that go on during birth. And because of the sutures, everything gets pushed around so it can come through the pelvis. I have to say I've seen human skulls that made birth much more difficult than I would expect this to make.
That's exactly what I was thinking. It looks like it could actually be pretty smooth because of the shape.
It's going to take, because of the shape, it's going to take longer for the bony parts to come through.
Right.
But it should come through quite easily as compared to a normal shaped skull.